Hello students, everyone welcome back to your online classes and today's topic is blow hot, blow cold. Chapter 15 page number 139. So let's begin. There was a woodcutter. Every day in the morning he used to go to the forest to cut wood. In the evening he would sell the wood in the city. So once there was a woodcutter, and every day in the morning he used to go to the forest in order to cut wood. And in the evening time, again he used to go to the city and used to sell those woods, One day he went deep into the forest. It was a very cold winter. His fingers were becoming numb. Every now and then the woodcutter would put down his axe and bring his hands close to his mouth. Then he would blow hard on them to warm them. So every one day what happened was he went inside the forest, and that time it was freezing cold, it was too cold, and because of cold his fingers has also become very numb, Then every now and then the woodcutter used to put down means stop holding something and place it on a surface or the ground, he used to keep his axe down and he used to bring his hands near to his mouth, why he used to blow hard on them to warm his hand, blow means to send forth a current of air or other gas, like if you will also feel cold, that time you will also blow hard in your fingers, in order to make them warm. While he was cutting wood, Mian Balestier was watching him from a corner. So when this woodcutter was cutting wood, that time this Mian, this one is Mian Balestier. Every time he used to watch over the woodcutter, Mian Balestier saw that the woodcutter kept blowing on his hands. So when this Mian used to see the woodcutter, every time the woodcutter used to blow on his hands. He began to wonder what all that was about. So now Mian started to wonder that what this woodcutter was doing, but he could not understand it. But Mian was not able to understand what the woodcutter was doing. He got up thinking that he would go and ask the woodcutter. So he got up and he thought that now he will go to the woodcutter and ask about those things. After walking a while, he came back thinking that the woodcutter may not like being asked. So after walking a little, again he came back because he thought that if he asks anything, maybe woodcutter did not like. So finally Mian Balestier could not help himself. He went hopping to the woodcutter and said, "Hello brother, if you don't mind, can I ask you something?" So at last, this Mian Balestier, he couldn't control himself, couldn't control himself. Then he went by hopping, he went to the woodcutter and he just wished the woodcutter that, "Hello brother, if this woodcutter wouldn't mind, then Mian Balestier wants to ask something to the woodcutter." Seeing this tiny person, the woodcutter was amazed and amused. So this Mian Balestier, you can see here in the picture, he is very tiny, very small. So the woodcutter was very surprised to see Mian Balestier. But he hid his smile and said, Of course, ask what you want." But what this woodcutter said is, he hid his smile and he said, "You can ask whatever you want to ask." All I want to ask is why do you blow from your mouth onto your hands, said Mian Baliste. So Mian Baliste wanted to ask to the woodcutter that what he wanted to ask was to why does this woodcutter blow from his mouth onto his hands. The woodcutter replied, "It is too cold. My hands are frozen." So the woodcutter said to Mian that because of cold, his hands were frozen. So I blow on them to warm them up a little. So why does the woodcutter blows? In order to keep his hands warm. Then when they get cold again, I warm them again by blowing. So again he blows onto her hands and it will become warm, and again after some time if it becomes again cold, then again he blows, okay, in order to keep them warm. Mian Balestier nodded. Oh ho, so that's it. Then Mian Balestier, he nodded his head and said, oh, that's the thing what you are doing, he said like that. And with that he moved up. Then he went away. But he stayed nearby and kept a close watch him. But he stand nearby, okay, nearby to him, and he kept on watching this woodcutter. Soon it was afternoon. The woodcutter began to think of lunch. He picked up 2 stones and made a chula. So now that time soon became afternoon, and now the woodcutter started to think of his lunch. So in order to prepare his lunch, he picked up 2 stones, and with that 2 stones he made a chula, okay, where the woodcutter used to cook food. He lit a fire and put a small handi, that is pot, filled with potatoes to boil. So first he lit a fire, then after that he kept a small pot which was filled with potatoes, okay. The wood was damp, so the woodcutter bent down and blew on the fire to help it burn. So the wood was like it was cold. So again the woodcutter bent down to blow on the fire to help it burn, okay. Balestier was watching him from a distance. Array, he said to himself. So this Mian Balestier was watching him from a distance. So then he said to himself that array, okay, there he goes again, blowing from his mouth. Does fire come out of his mouth? So after blowing again, Mian saw that the fire, he thought that again fire was coming out from his mouth, okay. The woodcutter was feeling very hungry. He took out a potato from the handi. That time the woodcutter was starving, okay, he was feeling very hungry. He took out a potato from the handi, and from that pot he took out a potato. He tried to eat it, but the potato was too hot. Now woodcutter wanted to eat the potato, but it was too hot. He again began to blow on it, foo foo. So the potato was hot, so the woodcutter again started to blow, okay, by doing foo foo, okay. Array, said Balestier to himself, he is blowing again. After seeing this again, Mian said to himself that array again, this time also he is blowing. Now what? Is he going to burn the potato? So what? Now again is that woodcutter is again going to burn the potato? He is asking himself. After blowing a few more foo-foos on it, the woodcutter put it in his mouth and began to eat it. So after doing foo-foo for some time, the woodcutter put that potato in his mouth and started to eat. Now Mian was very surprised. He just could not stop himself, and off he went hopping to the woodcutter. Hello brother, he said, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question again? Again Mian was very amazed. Okay, he was very surprised. He was surprised. So he couldn't stop himself from going to the woodcutter. Again he went to the woodcutter and said that if the woodcutter doesn't mind, then again he wanted to ask the woodcutter a question. The woodcutter replied, "Not at all, ask whatever you want." Again the woodcutter said that ask whatever Mian wants to ask. Mian Baliste said, "This morning you told me that you blew on your hands to warm them up. Now you are blowing on this potato, which is already so hot. Why do you want to make it hotter?" So, before when this Mian Baliste asked the question to woodcutter, that time he said him that he blows on his hands in order to warm them. But second time also Mian saw he was blowing on potato. So which was that potato which was already hot? So he is asking that again you are blowing this potato to make it hotter, he is asking. Okay, no, my little friend, this potato is too hot. I am blowing on it to cool it down. So woodcutter said to Mian that no, okay, because potato was too hot, so in order to cool them down, he blow on the potato. When he heard this, Mian Baliste's face became white. He began to tremble with fear and started to back away. So, after hearing this thing, Mian Baliste, he was afraid and his legs were also trembling, and he started to go back. The woodcutter was a good man. He said, "What's wrong, man? Are you trembling because of the cold?" But the woodcutter was a very good person, okay? And he asked Mian that, "What's wrong with Mian?" And he also asked that, "Are you trembling because of cold?" But Mian Baliste kept going backwards. But this Mian Baliste kept on going backwards. When he was a safe distance away, he said to himself, "What kind of creature is this? Surely he must be a ghost or a jinn. Blow hot, blow cold with the same breath. It is just not possible." So, when this Mian Baliste reached the safe zone, then he said to himself that, "What kind of person is this? Either this person must be a ghost or a jinn." Okay, because with blowing hot with the same air, he blows hot and he blows cold. Okay, with the same breath, and he is thinking that it is just not possible. That's right, there are some things which just cannot be, but they are. Do this. Mian Baliste was confused when he saw the woodcutter blowing on his cold hand to make them warm and on the hot potatoes to cool them. Have you warmed your hands in winter by blowing on them when they are cold? So how does it feel? Blow hard from your mouth onto your hands. How did you find the air from your mouth as compared to the air around? Was it hotter or cooler? Now put your hands at some distance from your mouth and blow again. Does the air from your mouth feel warm? Why? So you have to write all these answers. Think and tell. Can you think of any other way in which you use the warmth from your breath? Fold a piece of cloth 3 to 4 times. What do you need is cloth. Okay, now you have to fold that cloth into 3 to 4 times. Okay, now bring it close to your mouth. Then you can take that close near to your mouth and blow hard on it, and you have to blow hard on this cloth. Did the cloth become warm? Then you just try and answer. Baliste saw that the woodcutter was trying to cool the hot potatoes by blowing on them. What would have happened if he had eaten the potatoes without cooling them? So you all know these answers. Have you ever burnt your tongue when you ate or drank something that was too hot? How do you cool some food when it is too hot? If you were to cool these three hot things, dal, roti, rice, in which ways would you do so? You have to write, okay? Picture 1. Minnie tried to cool her tea by blowing on it. Which do you think it will be hotter, Minnie's tea or the air she blew from her mouth? Picture 2. Sonu was feeling very cold. He kept blowing onto his hands. Now think and write which will be cooler, Sonu's hands or his breath. For what other things do you blow air from your mouth? Like, for what purpose you blow air from your mouth? Okay, make a paper whistle. Take a piece of paper 12 cm long and 6 cm wide. So here you need is a piece of paper, and that paper should be 12 cm long and wide. It should be 6 cm wide. Fold the paper into half like this in the picture. Tear it off a little in the center to make a small hole. Like this you have to tear in the middle. From both the sides, fold the paper upwards like this, okay, like this, upwards from both the sides. Hold the paper between your fingers and put it into your mouth. Then you have to do like this. Blow on it and hear the whistle. Whose whistle was louder, yours or your friend's? So blow gently and also blow hard and make different sounds. Blow in different ways, and in another way also you can blow. Make whistles of the things given below. Write in a sequence from the loudest to the softest whistle. Wrapper of a toffee, a leaf, a balloon, the cap of a pen, any other thing. So these things are given. Then you have to arrange these things in an order, okay? So which gives the softest whistle and which gives the loudest whistle, you have to write this in a proper order. Have you seen people playing different musical instruments like flute, dholak, bean, guitar, mridang, etc.? Can you recognize their sounds with your closed eyes? Find out more about these musical instruments. Collect their pictures too. So if you have ever heard the sound of these things like flute, dholak, bean, guitar, mridang, and if the people play these things, then can you recognize these things, sound of these things by closing your eyes? Then like these instruments you have to find the other musical instruments, and you have to also collect their pictures. Right. Can you name some things which produce melodious or pleasing sounds when we blow into them? So here you have to give the names which produce melodious or pleasing sounds when we blow into them. Do this and discuss. Have you seen someone blowing on their spectacles to wipe them clean? How does the air from the mouth help in cleaning the spectacles? Like you can see, he is blowing on his spectacles. So after blowing you can wipe with the cloth and it will become clean. Take a glass, bring it near your mouth and blow hard on it. Do this 2 or 3 times. Does the glass look hazy? Yes. Can you make a mirror hazy in the same way? Can you tell by touching the mirror what made it hazy? Is the air you blew from your mouth dry or wet? So everything you have to do this experiment by yourself and you have to write the answer. Put your hand on your chest. When you breathe in, does your chest come out or go in? Measure your chest. Take a deep breath in. Ask your friend to measure your chest with a thread. Then you have to write the measurement here. Now breathe out. Again ask your friend to measure your chest. And here you have to write the measurement. Was there any difference in the 2 measurements of your chest? So if you have found the difference between the measurement of your chest, then you have to write the difference. How many breaths in 1 minute? Put your finger under your nose. So you have to, like this, you have to put your finger under your nose. Can you feel any air when you breathe out from your nose? Yes. Count how many times in 1 minute do you breathe in and breathe out. So you have to count 20 times. Jump 30 times. Did you feel breathless? Yes. If you jump 30 times, then you will feel breathless. Now again count how many things in 1 minute you breathed in and out. So in 1 minute I can breathe 30 times. What was the difference in your count before and after jumping? After jumping or breathing increase. It shows that then that time jumping increase. Okay. The clock inside you. You have all heard the tick tick of the clock. So everyone has heard the tick tick of the clock. Have you seen a doctor using a stethoscope to listen to our chest? Yes, you can see this is stethoscope. What do you think she hears? Where is the sound coming from? Is there a clock inside your chest that keeps ticking away? So after from where does the doctor gets this sound? Do you want to listen to your heartbeat? Take a rubber tube as long as the distance from your shoulder to your elbow. You can take a rubber tube also. At one end of the tube, fix a funnel. Like this funnel you can fix. Place the funnel on the left side of your chest. So left side, okay. Put the other hand of the tube to your ear. Then you can take the other hand to your ear. Listen carefully. Did you hear a dhuk dhuk sound? So, and this stethoscope is also used to listen the person's heartbeat. Snake tells the flow of air. For this, take a round paper 10 to 15 centimeter wide. First, you have to take a round paper, and that paper should be at least 10 to 15 centimeters wide. Cut this paper in a spiral shape as shown in the picture, and in this shape you have to cut that paper, okay. To hold this snake, tie a thread on both the sides. So you have to, in order to hold this snake, you have to tie the paper on both the sides, like this and like this, okay. Tie a knot or a button to make it hang. So either you can tie a knot or a button to hang this, okay. Now the snake is ready to move. You can see here. Hang this snake near a hot thing, okay. For this you can take hot tea, water or a burning candle. Now see from the top in which direction the snake moves. Whenever the air flows upwards, it will move in a clockwise direction. When the air flows downwards, the snake will move in the opposite direction, like this side and this side, okay. Stand with this snake below a fan. Look in which direction it moves. Take this paper snake to different places and observe its movement. So you can take this snake paper and you can observe the movements of different places. Can you understand from the movement of the snake if the air is moving upwards or downwards? What we have learnt. While playing, Amit hit a wall. His forehead was swollen. Didi immediately folded a scarf 4 to 5 times, blew on it and kept it on Amit's forehead. Why do you think Didi did this? Because scarf becomes warm, okay, and while pressing on it forehead, it gives relief. We blow to cool hot things as well as to warm them. Give examples of each. Cool hot things, a cup of tea and hot food. Then hot things, that is to hot cool things, that is we will blow hands in winter in order to make the cool things hot. So I hope till here you understand. Thank you, students.